All you need is love.
And the naked love.
All you need is love, love. Love is all you need. Sure. There we are.
Oh, is all you need.
Naked.
I'm going to check that.
Naked, of course.
All you need is naked. All you
need is naked, of course.
All you need
so here we are, my friends. Here we are, girls. And
buonasera da Roma. Buonasera dall'Italia. Buonasera da Roma. Ciao.
Ciao a tutti. Italian lesson. Ciao is hello.
Good evening. So here we are.
Okay.
And
here we are to speak about a very, very spicy topic.
Woo, it's hot. It's hot.
So we're doing this, Esther, because I noticed your reaction to me mentioning last week that on British TV we have this show called Naked Attraction, and you were horrified, weren't you? And Fiammetta, you said, well, you think us Italians are hot, but goodness me, what are you doing there in Britain?
Freeze, you know.
Can you see?
But in the same time, Jennie, I was thinking about what's behind this kind of program, this kind of TV program. Inside myself, I was asking myself, what's the need behind this? And my answer was, maybe now in this time, our humanity asks for truth.
Oh, that's interesting. Yes, yeah.
So you mean that this need of nakedness, it's corresponding to the need of humanity for reality, for truth. To be able to see through. Okay.
Transparency.
So we have a saying here from a Jack Nicholson film: with my body, you can't handle the truth. You can't do it. It's just too much to deal with.
And at the same time, now more than ever, we live in a time where, you know, nakedness, it's kind of normal. We bring it on TV, commercials and everything. You can see naked body everywhere, and the fashion industry are displaying the skin, human skin, you know. So, however, at the same time, our inner nakedness, you know, our emotions are hidden more than ever. So can you notice that, you know, it's opposite? The more we could say that the more we are naked outside, the more we are covered inside, and vice versa. How do you think about that?
It is very interesting because this show, this TV program, as we said, I think there's 6 people in cubicles with these curtains that go up and up and up, revealing a little bit of the body. Say the legs, then the genitals. Then
I'm thinking about the genitals.
Yes, the genitals. Let's get the genitals over with. And the interesting thing is that although they know each other's body because they've been judged on those naked physical attributes, the interesting thing is that at the end, when the one has been chosen and they go out for a meal, most of the time in the ones that I've watched, they don't get on. They don't have the emotional connection. So although they've bared all and seemingly stood there naked, vulnerable and true, their emotions, you're right, Fiammetta, their emotions are guarded. It's like, well, I present myself, the whole of me, naked, vulnerable, true. But no, Fiammetta, they're not being vulnerable, are they? Because they're not displaying those emotions. And do you think it takes a certain type of character, Esther, to go on a show like that? Does it take a certain type of person? Because I wouldn't go on for £1 million. Oh, no.
Neither would I. I don't even wear a topless on the when I go to the beach in the summer.
No. Well, that's not just about modesty. That's about health. I mean, burnt nipples, guys. That's not a good thing. No. Oh, so Esther, would you go on a show like that?
I prefer if it's Fiammetta, that she's a master of emotion, you know? She's really a teacher of emotions.
Okay.
Even, you know, Fiammetta, can you talk about emotions and how people today is connected or not with their inner emotion? And after I can talk to you about some, yes, physical attributes, and even where emotions are shown, the way we are living our emotions are shown in our face and in our body.
Well, I thank you, Esther. I would say something where you were talking, where you were speaking. I was remembering once that during therapy, I was put in front of a strange, what I call phenomenon, but actually it may happen many times. The more theatrical, is that the word? Theatrical? The more fancy and noisy and we are, the more we are hiding our real emotions. So when I eventually, these being so noisy,
extroverted,
it's not only extrovert, I would say super fancy, super, you know, super noisy, I would say.
Okay. It's a sort of fog that we are putting.
It's kind of
yes, this is very
kind of hiding. So when we talk about people going to a show where they will be naked physically, you know, I would never have, you know, I would never do that. I never say never, but
never say never.
Okay, but in my imagination, somebody who dares to go there and show the naked truth, the naked body, the naked truth of the body, would probably be someone who emotionally it's double locked in, you know, because to display the body, to display a naked body like that with no shame or with just a little shame or being sort of an exhibit.
Yes.
You are just, you know, dazzling. How is the word? You are just enlightening the other one with your naked body. So you are just moving the attention from the inner you to the outside body. Okay?
Yes.
Once upon a time, it was the opposite. Once upon a time, I mean, long time ago, in different times, we used to express our emotion, our romanticism, our sweetness, and we would eventually be more pudic. How would you say that? Pudicity. How would you say when you are shy with your? Okay, you would eventually be more mysterious with your body, with your nakedness.
Well, in Victorian times, it was outrageous to show an ankle in Britain. You know, an ankle, the revealing of an ankle was considered quite decadent.
Well, nowadays, even some cultures nowadays,
Yeah.
tend to to hide under mystery.
Mm.
The even the hair, which is for a
Yeah.
woman, it's we said that last time. It's something very seductive.
Yes, and in air, it is in fact showing which moment for women we are living. You notice many times when we are changing or something is changing inside of us, before our logical mind is conscious of this changing, we have the impulse to change our hair. This is very interesting, and the hair, it is something that is linked to inner movement. And about what you were saying, I think that is very interesting, maybe, to find how today we are more, we can say, friendly with nudity, with the naked body for marketing, or, because we are modern woman. But this is very, very far from intimacy.
Esther, just to say, as you've both remarked, that the naked body, or even the body in underwear, very skimpy, very small underwear, is used in big billboard posters on the motorway and in Marks and Spencer's, which is perhaps our most reputable department store here. And it surprises me that the models that are chosen to show the underwear, they're always very, very skinny, very slight, and they're not really showing a proper an ordinary woman's body. And so in a sense they're almost wearing a suit, if you like. They're wearing a form that the advertisers think is a good coat hanger, if you like, for
coat hanger.
Yeah.
And mannequin is that coat hanger.
Agreeing with Fiammetta that maybe people that go on these shows, they're happy, they're confident in their body, but their body is kind of being used as something that is not them. It's not their character. It's like showing off a sports car, in a sense. They're not showing their real selves, even though they are naked. And also, as you said about the reversal there, Fiammetta, wasn't it that Adam and Eve, of course, were naked until they knew shame by Eve eating of the apple of knowledge, and so therefore, like you said, there is that reversal, that it was sacred to be naked back in the day, a long time ago. So I do understand what you mean. It's very interesting.
By the way, if we see, we are born naked.
Of course, yes, yeah.
However,
our body smells. We have humors inside of our body. This is the galenic system. This is the Hippocratean system. So a picture, an advertise, doesn't smell. It's just an image. In fact, nudity is a multi-sensorial experience.
Yeah. So the models are really like mannequins, coat hangers for the clothes, to sell clothes.
Yes. To sell an idea.
I mean, the real nakedness, the naked truth, it's not the perfect, let's say, perfect body on a commercial. The naked truth, it's an average body of an average woman or a man with their body humors, their smell, the hair on their skin, that's the naked
their
truth.
history, the Scarface, there is a lot of signs on our skin that are telling our history.
And as Esther was saying, the smell that we are now required to cover up, you know, we should be all the time, you know, surrounded by flowers, aura, but actually our body smells, and that smell is actually the first information that we send outside to the world and to the other ones. The first thing that our body perceives from the other person is the smell, even if we don't recognize it rationally.
It
The
goes
hormones,
directly,
you know, the
yes, to the
chemistry.
amygdala. Yes, it is like the way we were recognizing each other in our primitive history. And I tell you something else. Most of men are really appreciating the true smell of the woman.
The
But
natural.
yes, because it is like they can recognize that woman, and even us that we are women, we can recognize our men from this smell.
Plus, that is the animal in our body. That is the animal in our body. So, all the men and women that are watching us, please let us know, how do you feel about human body smells? What is like for you? Are you confident with it? Do you like it in a man, or you rather prefer a man using?
Well, because what's the,
And we were saying the other time, smelling like prima donna, like power, like, you know.
oh yes.
And Jenny, you as hypnotist, you know how many times people are scary about hypnosis because they are scared to be naked in front of you.
Yes.
This is also a link. And with magnetism, for example, this intimate connection is very loud because it is a connection between the body, so my body as operator, and the body of the person I am connecting with. For example, in magnetism, this silence and this naked truth, it is like the basic principle of the animal magnetism. You know that mesmerism is in fact animal magnetism, and animal magnetism is connected to our primary essence, our primary nature. Most of the time, why, for example, to be a good mesmerist, you must be very sensitive and very respect of the other, and have a lot of respect for the other, because there is silence.
For you to do it to me in Milan, I think there had to be a lot of trust there. So for those of you who are watching, go to the Facebook page, Magnetism, Advanced Hypnosis and Personality, and you'll see me. I've reposted it lately. You'll see me being completely relaxed, stiff as a board, propped up between two chairs after being mesmerized and having all this magnetism worked on me by you, Esther. And there was a lot of trust there. And yes, it was very, I felt very vulnerable in a sense, but willing to be vulnerable, because there is that bond, isn't there? There's the unconscious bond that knows that we're safe, even though it looks very dramatic.
Yes,
it looks very dramatic, and people get a little bit worried about it, but it's the best feeling in the world. It's a wonderful feeling to be that connected and that entrusted to your special skills. You know, it is a primal thing, isn't it? Animal magnetism.
Yes, it is. It is when you really connect to your primary senses. So it is when it is the word of silence, we can say. And in that silence, where there are no words that can define ourselves and even can protect ourselves, in that silence, our body